Please stand by.
Right, we're back with another Red Alert video. This is a new map to me. I've never played this one before. There was a guy just sat there waiting for somebody to do 1v1. It's called CCLP TM The Rock S5 or something like that. I might have just butchered that and got it totally wrong, but he's in the game lobby. He did ask for a 10-minute no rush, and I agreed to that. Thought, well, it's his game. If he wants to set the rules, I'm happy with that. Aftermath's on. So, just to let you know, Aftermath Units is on.
Yes, sir.
So, we'll see what we can build up in 10 minutes. This is me just getting me... there was some starting units, so what I'm doing is I've just grouped them to 1, 2 and 3. So, you just select the unit, hit Control and press 1. That puts that unit on Group 1, and I'm sending them out to scout. And then I can flick between the 3 different units by just double clicking 1, 2 or 3 on the keyboard, and it'll instantly take me there, and I can just press H like that to go home, place my next building down, and then I can double tap 2, go and see where he's going, set him off scout somewhere else, double tap number 3, make sure he's still scouting, double tap number 1, etc. And just keep them moving, just trying to open the map up. I'm trying to open the outside of the map up. With it being a no attack for 10-minute rule, I figured that I'd be best off opening the outside of the map up first, because he's not going to be coming steaming across the inside of the map because there's a no attack rule. And generally when players set up other bases, they tend to go off into the corners or along the sides. They don't tend to just go straight in the middle, because on maps like this, when you attack, your units tend to take the path across the map to attack, and it opens up, and any base that's in the way is just going to get taken out. They do tend to send the... And I do the same. I'm guilty of it as well. You'll send your MCV off to a corner, you know, to try and build up a secret base somewhere and that kind of thing.
Yes, sir.
So I'm not too bothered about opening up the base right in front of my base. Sorry, the area in front of my base, right in front of it, and right in the middle at the moment, because of this no attack rule. He did say scouting only. He said we're allowed to scout, but we're not allowed to attack with the scouts. We're just allowed to use them to scout. So I agreed to that. I said, yeah, no problem, fair enough, we can do that. No attack after 10 minutes, and we'll see how it goes. I thought, well, it'll make a bit of a change. It's a bit of a change from the usual boring, just build a couple of war factories and spew like tanks out and just attack, and it'd be over. You know, you don't have a radar, you don't get a chance to build any kind of base up. It kind of gets a bit samey and boring. So when he said those were the rules, I thought, well, fair enough, I'll give that a go. It sounds interesting. Maybe it's something a little bit different. So I'm just trying to base crawl along now to another ore patch, as I want to try and get the funds coming in. And so I've gone for quite a few harvesters at the beginning, because I don't need to build loads of tanks at the beginning because of the no attack rule. So I mean, I was praying he wasn't just joking. He wasn't just going to come steaming in with loads of tanks now. Thought, well, I'm going to be toast if he does, but he doesn't. In fairness, he does stick to it.
New construction options.
I figured it's about time I better get some MCVs going.
Unable to comply. Building in progress.
Just try and expand out, get to some different ore patches. The trouble with Aftermath is, as well, you know, a lot of you watching will know, is the build speed. You know, you can only build 2 war factories, and then you don't get no more increased speed. So trying to produce units, you know, if you attack and you lose a lot of units, it can be really hard to replace those units. So you've got to be very careful. You'll notice a little bit later on in the game, when I'm doing some attacking, I do attack and then I pull away, because I think, well, if I lose all my units, I'm screwed here, because I can't replace them. And that's the only thing I don't like about Aftermath. I don't mind the extra units or slightly reduced speed, but I mean, it really is slow. Now, it would be nice if it could go a little bit quicker. Maybe give you sort of a 3 to 4 building increase. So if you build 3 or 4 of them, then the speed's capped at that. I think it being capped at just 2 war factories, you know, and 2 barracks, etc. I think that's a little bit on the slow side for me, but it is what it is, and that's the game rules, so we can only play with what we've got. So that's what we're doing. I noticed on the map, I only had the time as it was loading really to study the map, so I had a quick look to try and see where the gem patches were, and I noticed there was, you know, a gem patch in the middle, north and south. So my intention was always to do what I'm doing now and set a base up there to mine them gems. That'll get the funds really coming in. I'll try and get a couple of ore factories down and get some mining going there. There's me sending an MCV off. So I'm doing exactly what I've just said. Look, I'm sending one into the corner, out the way. It's what a lot of people do. You'll hear all the fighting and Tesla and whatnot going on. There's some civilians. It's a bit like some of the other maps where they've got like the armed civilians on, and there's some Tesla troops in a few different areas. There's not a lot. It's not like the Hills Have Eyes where there's, you know, a million civilians with nukes and whatnot. It's nowhere near as bad as that. There's only a few dotted around the place. It's just more annoying rather than anything. I was wondering what was going on at first.
On hold. Building.
I mean, that's me pausing it and resuming it. It's just force of habit that I don't think I got any speed increase there, to be fair. It's just a force of habit that as soon as I deploy an MCV, I pause whatever I'm building and resume it. Because, like I say, it's not very often I play Aftermath, to be fair. I'm normally on the regular maps. So I want to get my tech centre going now, because I want to time it so that when the 10 minutes is up, I've got full map vision ready to strike. Because once the 10 minutes is up, I'm allowed to go.
Construction complete.
As if I can build enough units up. I've been a bit slow on building the tanks. I've been more focused on setting my economy up and getting that going good. I'm just getting some gap generators now, because I think he's allies as well, so I'm presuming he's gonna... It's just like it's not one of his, that's just one of the things that's running around on the map. I'm presuming he's gonna get a tech centre going. So I don't want him to be able to see what I've got. Just make sure I don't run out of power, because the gap generators do use a lot of power. And if your power goes down, your gap generators go down as well. And your opponent will be able to see what's going on. I'm also thinking he's probably going to build a chrono, so I'm just trying to dot quite a lot of pillboxes around my base. These obviously help with light tanks as well. If your light tank rushes me, comes steaming in with a load of light tanks, the pillboxes will help there as well. And also against the medium tanks, but not as much as... Don't do a lot of damage to medium tanks, but you know, it's better than nothing. If he's just focused on my buildings, at least the pillboxes will be chipping away. I think I do dot some turrets around as well, but the pillboxes are a good idea because they build really quick. So in very short order, you can get some decent coverage around your base with quite a lot of pillboxes, and it will just deter any sort of little infantry attack if he wants to come in with a group of infantry, or he wants to send a Tanya in. Something like that. I'm just hoping the pillboxes will deal with that.
Building. Unit ready. Construction complete. Training. Building.
Just make sure I've got enough power going. I might go quieter periods of this, because there is periods where not really much happens. I don't know what's going there. I'm presuming there's some civilians with nukes somewhere, a bit like that Hills of Eyes map like I mentioned, but I couldn't really see what was happening. I'm just having a wander over it, because I can see the red on my radar, but I think it's just daft civilian buildings. So I'm building my chronosphere, so I think you can guess what I'm going to plan. I'm hoping he doesn't think of this, and I'm going to chronosphere an MCV in, and I'm going to Tanya his base if I can. And you will see how that goes later, if it does succeed or not.
Chronosphere charging. Building. Training. Unit ready. Construction complete. Building.
Just make sure I'm now trying to gap my base, or my power's gone, look, see. They really do take a lot of power, the gap generators. That's the one downfall of them. And then once your power's down, the power builds even slower because you've got no power. So really, ideally, what I should do is make sure I've got plenty of power. I should have kept my eye on me power status. I shouldn't have let that go down, really. But it happens. I mean, sometimes you're not concentrating and you're doing other things and you forget about your power.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
There's something going off again there somewhere. I have no idea what's going on here. I don't know if I'm driving over something
Construction complete.
or I'm hitting some civilian and there's nukes going off. I have absolutely no idea
Unit ready.
where that's even going off, to be honest with you.
Construction complete.
So I just kind of ignored it. I just thought, well, I don't know where it is. I don't know what to do about it.
Training.
I don't know whether it's me doing it or it's him.
Building.
So I just have to ignore it and just carry on.
Unit ready. Training. On hold. Cancel. Building. Unit ready. Training.
So I think I'm just gonna. I can't remember what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I wanted to build some more ore trucks.
Training.
So keep me ore coming in. I've got quite a lot of ore refineries, so I just figured if I get a few more
Ready.
ore trucks out. Oh, there's me map vision now. You can see me moving my tanks down, ready to strike.
Ready. Training.
Um,
Building.
his power must have went down because he's got his power's gone back up now, so he's done the same as me. He had a gap generator,
Unit
but his power went down. But before he got his power back up, I got a good look at his base. See,
training.
he's gapping his other base as well now. So he's got 3 bases,
Training.
not massive, but he's built a few bits and bobs.
Insufficient funds. Unit ready. Training. Unable to
See, all I want to do now is go in for the attack. I thought that the 10 minutes is up now, and I want to go in for the attack, but
construction
I'm very wary.
unit
I know that if I go in for the attack and I lose my tanks,
comply.
I just can't build them quick enough. Plus, I've not got a lot of funds either at the moment.
Ready.
I just can't build the tanks quick enough with aftermath on to replace the units. I've gone back to tank production now because I really haven't got that much at the moment.
Unable to comply.
At this point, I was just trying to block his any entry point towards my base. I can see he's got a purple unit right at the top, just above them trees. Not sure what that is. I think it's just a little tank. So he's starting to expand a little bit more. He's building some more MCVs, which is probably a mistake because unless he wants to set up another base, he's not going to get any speed increase.
Building.
So the only reason you should be building MCVs is like to do this, what he's doing now,
Ready.
and that's to just go and set up a base to mine that ore. But I'll send some tanks down to deal with that.
Very well. Acknowledged. Agreed.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Training.
And I'll see if I can take out that
Acknowledged.
Training.
MCV before it becomes a construction yard and he's building.
Training. Chronosphere.
He's going to cotton on to it, and I think he sends some tanks to defend it.
Affirmative. Knowledge.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes,
Unit
sir.
ready.
No, affirmative. Waiting for
Training.
knowledge.
But if I remember rightly, I think I do take this MCV out, which is a bonus. I'll just put them on guard mode so they can
Reporting.
fire on them tanks as they're coming round, because he's ignoring the rocket men, so that'll take a bit of energy off the tanks, a bit of health.
Affirmative.
Training.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
And I think I've managed to get that.
Ready.
I just take it out around about now. I think it's MCV's gone now. I've got that. I'm going to send some units down here just to see what he's got there. He has got quite a big force there guarding that area. It's going to be hard to push through there. Looks like I've got a lot, but there's a lot of rocket infantry as well. But you'll see rocket infantry do a lot of damage. Watch on this pillbox. When they get going, if you've got enough of them, it really doesn't take long to take it out.
Ready and waiting.
But as you can see, his tanks have just crushed nearly all them there. So now I've not really got a lot of units left.
Yes, sir. At one.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Yes,
lost.
sir.
I'm just trying to attack at different points
Unit ready.
on his base just to keep him busy, keep him guessing what's going to get attacked next.
Agreed.
I'm not sure if he's probably got full vision up at the moment. I would imagine that he's got it by now, so he'll be able to see what's going on. He won't be able to see much of my base because I've got 99% of it under gap generators, but he'll be able to see, like you can see the 2 black patches on the map, so that's where I know he's got 2 bases. I know they aren't very big because he's only got 1 or 2 gap generators, where he'll be able to see a stream of my gap generators. So he'll know I've got a decent sized base by this point if he's got his GPS up, his tech centres up, and he's got the satellite vision.
Ready. Building. Training. Unit lost. Unit
Just noticed there he's sending some tanks over there to be harvested, so I'm going to have to divert some of me tanks over there, because I can't just let them have free range on my base. Got quite a lot of pillbox defending, but them light tanks will do a lot of damage
building. Unit ready.
before they'll do any damage on them. I think he's going to go for my MCV,
Training.
and I don't think I'm going to be able to save this.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Building.
But it's not going to affect my build speed, so I'll sell that to get the funds back. It's going to go anyway, so there's no point in just letting it be killed. But I think I've still got the full, because the full build speed's only 2 MCVs, and I'd had 3 at that point, so selling one's not going to do much damage to me build speed anyway, so
Yes, sir.
it's easy just to sell that. And these get mopped up and dealt with quite quick. There's only a few light tanks left that aren't going to do much damage now.
Training. Building.
That's them dealt with.
Ready. Training. Construction complete. Unit ready.
I'm just thinking, is he going to come up and attack this area, so I'm just going to put the odd little pillboxes to deter him.
Training. Unit ready. Building.
This is where this doesn't pan out very well. I figured if I could build some heli, I might start building some heli. If I can get sort of 10 or 15 heli built up there,
Training.
I could,
Construction.
any buildings that are exposed from his gap generators, I can just fly over and take them out. But now he's steaming in, so that probably wasn't the best placement for put helipad at the moment. But
Unit
it's down now. There's not much I can do about it.
training. Construction.
I'm just going to get my forces over, because he's coming up with quite a sizable force here. And that amount of tanks could wipe all my buildings out I've got down here if I don't deal with it. And he sort of thinks better of it there and moves back a little bit. Power's gone down. That's because I was concentrating on them forces coming through, so I wasn't keeping an eye on my power, and I've let it go down, so he'll be able to see everything now.
Training. Unit
So I've got to get that up as soon as possible. Then my power's back up now, so at least he's blind again for me base.
ready. Training. Building. Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Of
Unit
course.
ready.
Acknowledge. Yes,
I'm
sir.
just wondering if that power going down there, giving him vision on my base, has made him think, oh, I can push up here. He's not got much defending sort of these up this way,
Yes, sir.
so I think that's why maybe he might have come back in and decided to take a few buildings out. But this is a mistake here, because he's going to lose a lot of these tanks if he just keeps doing this, because he's outnumbered too much. And you see he's losing a lot of tanks here.
Ready and waiting.
Unit ready. Training.
And he's thinking better of it. He's trying to move them away now, but now he's coming back. So I don't understand why he's coming back with them tanks. I would have took them back to my base, because he must have known. Anyone with any sense must have known that them tanks were never going to survive.
Construction complete.
I think he might be just. I didn't know if he was just trying to open the base up. Maybe, has he built heli? Is he trying to open it up and he's going to come in and
Unit
attack with heli? But he doesn't, so that wasn't the case.
Yes, sir.
construction complete. Unit ready. Training.
He's just got the odd little tank here and there, just trying to be annoying more than anything. But
Building.
Reporting.
I think it's just a waste, that. The chrono's gone off there,
Unit
and for some reason when I was playing, I just completely ignored it. I kind of didn't see it. I thought
in progress.
it might have been one of them daft civilians just going off again when like the nuke goes off or something. So I didn't pay much attention to it. But what he's done is he's actually chronoed a chrono tank just to the top of my main base in that little gap. You can just see it if you look up from where the red buildings are. I think I just noticed it there. I was just thinking, hang on a minute, what's that there?
Reporting.
So I should have been on the ball a bit more there, but I wasn't.
At once.
And I haven't really got many forces. I'm going to try and send some chopper over.
Agreed. Reporting. Very well. Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Just to try and get that dealt with. Yeah, it's a tank he's got up there.
Yes, sir.
There's a crate there. I don't know where that harvester's going.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
So that's that dealt with.
Unit ready.
So at least I know now he's building chrono tanks.
Training. Unit ready.
This is me little Tanya plan. I'm just having a little scout now. I'm having a little look-see whereabouts I can put it. Not 'cause don't know what's behind that gap generator, see.
On hold.
But you got to risk it for a biscuit, I suppose. So I figured, what the hell? I'll just go there. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. There's not much I can do about it.
Training.
What's up there?
Unit ready.
There could be a pillbox behind here or anything, and I'm running in blind. And luckily for me, he's got nothing defending the rear parts of his base here. So that's 2 power down. His construction yard. His GPS goes down. His radar goes down. And let's see if we can get this last power all from one Tanya. He's laughing. And he's put good game. I think he knows it's over now. So I'm going to steam him with some more forces. I can't understand why he's not using them tanks there to take my buildings out, because that's what I'd be doing. I presumed he was going to do that, so I started building a load of rocket soldiers there. Because I thought, well, he's just going to steam in and take him out. I was getting ready to sell my MCV, my construction yard, just to get the funds back. So I started building rocket soldiers, and then he kind of just ignores it. So I'm like, hang on a minute, he's not even touching that. So I think I do eventually cancel it, and I think, well, I'll start building Tanya again, and I'll have another go at it. I think he's too preoccupied with all them tanks. He's coming over now. I still don't know why he's not attacking. He's attacking now. I didn't get a chance to sell it, but it's let me build another Tanya, and I'm going to see if that Tanya can take his refinery out and see if she makes it. Boom, another one down. Let's see if she can take out the war factory before the turrets get her. So he's lost an ore refinery and a war factory because he left them buildings standing. So that was a really bad mistake on his part. That I've got there's a Tanya there. Look, another Tanya's got out. There's another power down. See if I can take out his gap generator. That's gone. He's rebuilt his radar. Another power down. There's 2 more power. See if we can take his radar out. Forget about the repair bay. I don't know why he hasn't sold that, but he hasn't. So we'll just forget about that for now. Oh, that pillbox is gonna. She got mowed down by the pillbox. And she's took that out. Let's see if we can get another war factory. Oh, nearly. But we did loads of damage. He's finally decided to take them out. So what I did was I sold up as if, okay, I've given up on that now. But I just popped the little Tanya out beforehand, and I'm moving her now towards his other base. And I don't think you noticed I got that little last sneaky Tanya out, so I'm going to try and move her down and to the rear of his other base, and then come in from the south there and see if I can take a few buildings out. I should have paused my Tanya. I was still building Tanya, I forgot. It cost a lot of money, Tanya, so that's a mistake I made there. I should have paused the Tanya, or cancelled them and gone back to building rocket soldiers. But it is what it is, I can't change it now. He doesn't Q move his tanks at all, so as you can see with them being on the other side of there, he's trying to block it, but I'm just constantly attacking and moving. So I'm getting a miles better trade-off for the damage at the moment for the tanks. There we go, there's Tanya on the go again. I thought he'd spotted me here and he was trying to run her over, so I moved her into the woods out the way. But he wasn't, it was just the harvester on the mad path to do. Well, she's took, there's another power down. 2 more power, see if I can get this construction yard. That's that construction yard gone, so them Tanyas in this game have done a lot of damage. I think this might have been the final straw. I think he gives up after this. I sold it, I didn't get a chance to kill that. So that one little last Tanya there did a lot of damage.
Yes, sir.
And he just moved me forces down. I think he knows it's over now. He's lost all his map vision. His power's gone. His construction yards have gone down. I don't even think him. I think he might not have even had any more war factory to replace his construction yard. So once that little Tanya there took out his construction yard there, I think that might have been his last one. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't watched the replay. There's no really need for a replay. And while I'm talking about that, so there's no observer view replay at the end. I didn't think it was really needed. There was no action that anybody was missing. There was no other battles going on anywhere else with any other teammates or anything like that, or no action that you couldn't see at any point really. So I just thought, well, there's not really much point in an observer view replay. You can kind of see all what was going on during the gameplay, so I didn't bother with that this time. Didn't think it was needed. I didn't realise, but he obviously, I didn't know if he had like a silo somewhere, a turret left over. So I was wondering why the game wasn't ending, you know, once his last buildings went down. But I'm pretty sure he must have had destroy all on. I can't really remember at this point.
Unit ready.
I don't know why he's bothering fighting on, and he hasn't got much of a chance now.
Training.
Unless he just wants to see the statistics at the end, I don't know. So he doesn't want to quit because he doesn't want to miss that. But I thought he'd quit here when it pauses. This is where it normally does, but it's just the game sort of lagging and then catching up with itself.
Ready. Building.
So he's carrying on.
Construction complete.
It drags out for a few minutes, but to be honest, we are quite like, if I'm watching other people's videos, I don't like it when they say excuse me, I don't like it when they say, oh, it dragged out for a couple of minutes and I'll just fast forward it. Sometimes there's still like a bit of action going on, and I personally like to see it.
Construction.
So
Unit.
unless it's like super boring, there's one hidden guy somewhere and it takes you 10 minutes to find him, but even then I'll still sort of put it on fast forward so that you can see what's going on. I just think that's a bit better than it just sort of skipping to the end, and I think that kind of ruins it for me. And it doesn't take long, to be honest with you. He's got a few tanks left. Once his tanks go, all he's got left is some harvesters. He starts moving them towards my base, and it doesn't take long to... It's not going to take long to take them out, and I think he does eventually quits. I think he must have got fed up of just continuing the battle with, say, 5 harvesters, you know. I mean, it's game over at this point.
Training.
It wasn't a particularly difficult game. He's not the best player in the world, but that doesn't matter. We've had a daft little game. It's been fun. I followed his rules of no attack so that he could have his little game, and hopefully, even though he lost, he's still had a bit of fun playing it. I think it's a bit more exciting than one of them boring, let's just build 10 light tanks in the first 3 minutes, go over and take someone's MCV out on the quit. You know, that's not much to watch, is it really? It's not much to play, to be fair. At least this is a half decent playable game. You get a chance to build a base up and do a few daft little things like chrono some Tanya over and take out his building. It's a little bit different than just the boring light tank attacks. So I enjoyed it anyway. Hopefully others enjoyed it, and that's it. Game over. I think he's give up now. That's all she wrote. So I hope you enjoyed it. Something a little bit different with Aftermath on, a bit of a longer game, and we'll see you on the next one.